again. His Herm's about to kill another beat. It's bona fide until I die. Rocking with an army fleet MCs. Rapping nowadays really ain't that hard to beat. I'm the shit like Cartman's cheeks. You're just trash garbage heap. There's a little part of me that doesn't wanna put him down. Arguing with artistry, I'm bringing heat every round. I know that I gotta win. Had to perfect the sound, flow cold like a...
Alright guys, welcome to another shitty update video. Today we're going to be focusing on the Z, but I figured I'd show you guys my brother's truck that got painted. Just a real quick one. He already did a drop, the whole HID front, painted it the new Toyota blue I think, and here's mine. I can make more thorough videos on those if needed to be, but today we're going to be focusing on the 350Z. Gotta get this bitch ready for wrap. I need to line up the panels a little better, take off the previous wrap on the hood, do something about the bumper, and I got a new side skirt for this side. Get the wheels removed and install some rollers so I can polish these when they're gone, or just clean them up a little bit, drop it off probably next weekend. But today's gonna be mostly the Z, getting it ready for wrap. Got the garage done. I don't know if I can have any previous videos. You guys seen it's all hella ghetto up front. So that's done. Looks way better now. Just letting it dry. Gonna put some shit back in tonight. That was done by, I'll post his info down here. It's new driver's side skirt. So right now we're going back to the lab, aka my parents' house, where we have more tools over there. Alright, got the Z back in the shop. I'm gonna start by figuring out the front bumper. I'm gonna remove the side skirts completely and probably do that, but I'm gonna use this quick latch setup I had previously. Actually right here for the bumper. I just need to drill the holes for it and make some kind of brackets for them. And alright, so this is what I got going on right now. L bracket to here at a slight, I don't know what, 45 maybe degree angle. It's not tight, it's not 100%, but it's a work in progress. This side's done for the template wise, I guess. I might just end up using this bracket, just smoothing it out, make it look nicer. Other side, same thing. Bracket I had is kind of beat up because I put it in the vise and pounded out the angle that I needed it to be at. Might chop all this excess here, and then here's the bumper on. I'm only going to do one side at a time, so as you can see, the top one's all lined up. I mean, doing this one-handed, but we're gonna have a little ricer rubber bands here, and you guys can see the ball is gonna end up somewhere around here, which is gonna be kind of weird because of this little bump right here, but I'm gonna try to make it work because it would be optimal right there, because it will be secure there by the clip, and then right here by the straps. And then here's a quick view, and I'll be able to get in there from the back. But it's fucking dark in here. See how the little bracket is gonna line up with that part in the bumper right here somewhere. So I'm gonna make the brackets a little prettier, and then make the holes. Alright, so this was the final product. I'll make it look nicer later. I'm not really worried about it right now. Just kind of get the bumper mounted and see if it's actually gonna work. But bracket with a 45 degree bolt through the stock hole. The rod goes through there, and same on the other side. Next, I mounted the bumper up. I added a little bit of grease right there on the tip of it, and then I press the bumper so it hits on that, so it leaves a mark like this. And same on the other side, you can kind of see it right there. Now you're going to drill holes through there so you can attach quick latch, and we'll go from there with a step bit. Alright, so bracket's done, rod is in. holes marked out. I already drilled it with a step bit. They're both in push pins. Now, moment of truth. Hopefully everything lines up. I did make these a little bigger so I have some wiggle room. The hole, same with the rod one. It's a little, so I have a little bit of play, because sometimes this doesn't like going in at angles. This one onto there, but we'll see how it does right now. Alright, so next weekend, after driving it around for a little bit, we have to do some improvising. So I'm going to include it in this video too. First of all, this metal is too thin, so every time you want to go push it, it would just bend it in and push it in more and more and more. So got some thicker piece of metal, I guess, thicker gauge. This one doesn't bend as easily as this one. Another thing that happened too was I forgot. I've done it before, but I just forgot to do it this time around. I didn't put any locking washers. These little ones with a slit on them. So the one side vibrated loose. So now we're gonna go and do some little updates, I guess, and put it back on. The brackets, same thing. Bend them at 45. Hole there and a hole there. Only thing that's gonna suck now is that I need to play around with this bolt hole, because it's not going to be 100% sure, and that's already lined up with the bumper. So I might get lucky and it might line up perfectly, but probably not. Alright, so new modification, I guess, new bracket, version 2.0. I'm going to do it like this. It's going to bolt up right there. Hopefully lines up right there with the rod. Only difference I made is I left it a little bit long, and I bent this also at a 90, so it kind of, I don't know if you guys can tell, it kind of will kind of push up on that headlight bracket, and kind of add a little bit of rigidity. I don't know what the right word would be, but make it a little more rigid. I'm also going to add a washer. Well, it's not a washer exactly, but it's going to be a nut. It's going to be one of these right there behind it, and then the bracket. That way this sits a little flush, because this is not perfectly flat. And then put the regular 10mm, and I'm going to look for a locking washer in here. I can also put it in there, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. Alright, I believe this should be the final version now. So, stronger bracket. Remember, there's that nut in between here and between the fender and the custom bracket is a big old washer or a nut. 10mm with a locking washer. Locking washers on both ends of this thing. And remember, we bent that bracket at probably like a 90, just so it hits this, and when you push on it, it doesn't push in like the previous bracket. And this angle right here is probably like a 45. Now I got both sides mounted up already. Now I'm gonna see, hopefully I gotta adjust these rod lengths and possibly move them depending on if they click onto the bumper real quick, but this feels way more solid than last time. And then with these locking washers, they shouldn't vibrate loose. That's what happened last time, they just vibrated loose. Alright, so they ended up working way better than the previous version. This one lined up perfectly, the rod wise. The other one I did have to extend it out a little bit, which, you know, it's fine. But I think I'm pretty sure I should be able to do this one-handed now. Yeah, look at that. And let me see if I can, look at that, one-handed. Way easier than last time, better design, I guess. So that's gonna be it for this video. You guys can play around with it. Only thing is, remember, these are attached to, maybe this one's not a little, this one might need adjusted a little more, but there we go. Might need to play around with this one a little bit more, but these are mounted up to the headlight bracket, so there is a possibility that you might crack these, so just be aware of that. That bend did help a little bit, actually helped a lot. Locking washers are going to help. I need to adjust this a little more, lock them all up. And yeah, only thing difference I would change now, this I can work with this, just some tweaking and it'll be perfect. Only thing I would change is this thing these fenders, I got them like this, so this was already pre-drilled. I would get these a little bit closer. That way they're, I don't know, I just feel like it'll look better a little bit down. Same over here too. I mean, this one's not bad, but this one was a little bit closer down. And then I use rubber bands. I don't have any right now. These. But yeah, I mean, it's a little saggy right now because I took this side off, but you guys get the point. I already showed you guys. I feel like this is the quickest way to do a quick release bumper.
I'm living and I'm feeling great. I know I got you hooked on fishing, fixing up a dinner plate, coming with your dominance. Now it's just Herms. If you know, then you know I've always had a way with words. Writing verses is a destiny. Others say a curse. If I'm spitting, that's a warning. I'm confident when at work. I'm coming with your dominance. Now it's just Herms. If you know, then you know I've always had a way with words. Writing verses is a destiny. Others say a curse. If I'm spitting, that's a warning. I'm confident.